Welcome back to our San Diego park build, or San Diego scenario if you prefer. The park where Ludlow succeeded. We need a logistics person so that we can do aviary viewing galleries and get our pteranodons out. So we're looking for maybe this generalist. I think so. Aviary. While that is happening, is there anything else we should do in operations, maybe? No, because we don't have the stuff for it. Medicine? Also a no. Okay, never mind. Sure, just that. Okay, next. Medical. We need to get medical in here. We went the entire previous episode without having a medical facility. I think I put it inside the compound area, inside the rock wall. Like, we could maybe put it, like, here. But I feel like maintenance being outside makes some sense, but medical feels like it should be properly in the park. I could tuck it back here. Nothing else is going to go here. I think this is not a bad spot for it. That would block the fish feeder. Sure. Why is there a weird bit of green? What is going on there? Okay, let's just not look at that anymore. If we don't look at it, it can't hurt us. Okay, 1 minute on that. Jeeps, are you guys going to status check these Carnos? These are reducing guest appeal. Get in there. Also, what did we just click? I was on the map and I hit R. List. Wait, what are these categories? Wait, this is kind of neat. Is this a new thing? Was this here in 2? Favorites? So you like favorite the animal, you can find it quickly on the list? Wait, this is actually really useful. Huh. Okay, I'll never remember that's there again though. I'm just gonna forget. Copies. Right. So what do we do about this copy pen? It's a little pen here. It's not gonna be really in view of much, and I can't really staple a viewing gallery onto it. Maybe we can catch it. Ooh, hold on. Maybe we can catch it with another viewing gallery. Well, no, because I put everything on the side. I can just have the copies not be in view, technically. That's not like the end of the world. Yeah, I think we put like a viewing gallery here for this exhibit. Which also covers the corner of that a little bit. Actually, if I put something like here... That's kind of decent coverage. Maybe I don't need to. Yeah, maybe a dome. There's just not much space for it. I'm kind of... Because, like, the compies... You know, we might run into an issue where they just don't fit. Why don't we just get them in here? And then we see how it comes out. And if there's some space, we can try and squeeze in a dome. Or we could put a dome in the pen behind it, and then the dome would, like, clip into the copy pen, and that would count. Like, if we put a dome back here. Let's get them a small nest as well. And then these pens we kind of need to expand. We definitely need to expand this one specifically. So here's what we're going to do. I am going to take out this path section here and this path section here. I should research the medium tier fence. You know what? Maybe I should do that before I populate these pens because it's much easier to fix the fence now than it will be to fix it later. And then if I put in a viewing gallery like this, that covers that pen very nicely and covers part of what's missing on the other pen. Good enough that actually I think I'm fine with it. Why does... I hate the way the little, like, connecting spots wiggle. It's actually, like, incredibly difficult to get it to appear straight. That is subtly a different color, is it not? 100% it is. Copy path style. Replace on. There. This one down here is probably... No, this looks the same. Weird. Very weird. Your favorite dinosaur is T-Rex? I mean, it is a common choice for a favorite dinosaur, but for good reason. T-Rex is pretty iconic. I think we do medium tier fences next before we release the carnivores. So, let's check. Let's get the rest of these herbivores out, except for the stegos and iguanodons. Chasmo. The hope is these can go in with the trike and Pachycephalosaurus. And I have some doubts, but we're going to try. Maybe I should have got the Pachycephalosaurus out first. Gallimimus goes in with the Mamenches. And the Ankylosaurus. This should be essentially free, since we already have a leaf in here. Herrera can't come out until we move the Stegos, and then, yeah, we got the Alberto and the Velociraptor. So that's everything that come out right now. Yeah, we're just going to hit 5 stars off of this, pretty much. I probably need to reevaluate and make this extra difficult. Because it does autocomplete. We don't have the pteranodons and like the carnivores and stuff out yet either. Alright, so maybe that's something we need to pause here for a moment and do. Let's get the fence.
Transportation complete.
And then we can get the aviary going. Is that... Yeah, that does the thing. That does the thing it does in JWE2 where the water bows up, which doesn't actually seem to be a thing mostly in 3. It seems like they've kind of fixed that. So we do need to still do the lowering thing to make it... That didn't even work. Looks like it's just gonna always be raised. Cool. If I do a flatten to this level, nope, to this level, no, that's not flattened. That's why that did that. I can mostly make this not look so weird. Ah, I hate aviaries. How limiting. All right, and then we'll just smooth out, oops, around the edges. And that's gonna be, I guess, that. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Clausognathus to the park.
Strictly speaking, the Pteranodon isn't actually a dinosaur, but a prehistoric
Not strictly
reptile.
speaking, that is
Flying
precisely
reptile at that.
what it
Imagine
isn't.
the spectacle of these animals soaring through the skies. Well, I guess we don't need to imagine it since we've added them to our collection.
All right, fish feeder and some Baron. Which I guess you just make the whole thing boulder strewn waste. Like, why wouldn't you? Why does this not reduce their pasture need, actually? Oh, there it goes. Okay, I'm gonna do maybe boulders around the outside. Like that. And then we do, cacti brushland along the inside. I don't know why there's this one spot that won't change, too. Very strange. Alright, well, there's our... They're definitely the environment Pteranodon liked, right? I don't know what's wrong with this patch. There's one spot. Let's turn it into water. And then it'll go away and it'll stop haunting my dreams. There. We did lose our cactus, though. We're going back in time. Yeah, I really wish we could make, like a decent river-based aviary without having to really mess with stuff to make it work. Really, they should have really took aviaries and lagoons back to the drawing board for JWE3, and that's a little awkward that they didn't do that, because now it's too late. All right, copies. Oh, they have a decorative tree we gotta kill because it messes with the territory. 2 of them, actually. What did I kill? Oh, I killed the path. Trying to click that tree. All right, and they just want arid, so we'll do a bunch of... Wait. Oh, the cactuses are specifically pasture? That's kind of weird. That I can't... There's no way to give cactuses on a brush to an animal that wants arid. Cactuses are only pasture. Which I guess I can do because they need pasture. But still, like, kind of strange. I guess I do the cactus... Actually, let's do it like this. Along the back strip, like that. Near the rock.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Gallimimus to the park.
Yeah, most of not being able to hunt a pterosaur is, like, strange. It shouldn't be that hard to do. Like, just literally program a pterosaur to occasionally fly down and have the Mosa do the shark feeder animation and just have them be programmed to line up. Like, you would have to have the Pteranodon deliberately sort of put itself in the Mosa's mouth, but you could do that behind the scenes so it looks natural to the player watching. Like, you could do that, I think. Alright, so far nobody has started breeding, which is unfortunate. Next research task should be the other nests. We need genetics. Yes. Cheaper, sure. Because nothing else really matters here. Let's grab altruistic. Ooh, I can't get flying reptile nesting area unless I have 4 flying reptiles. I'm completely scammed out of breeding pteranodons. Why is this a restriction? Wait, what? That's so weird. Because lagoon animals, you just get to breed those. Why make them different than each other? Whatever. I might, I don't think it matters with this park build. We could just have the 2. We don't need little pteranodonlets. Okay, we did the fences. Let's get that fixed now. So, medium. Wait a second. Is this not medium? This is heavy? I think this is heavy fence. Shit. The next tier, not like the heaviest, but large, whatever. Large fence. 9 logistics. So we're gonna let this finish. 5 seconds. I just want it to match, you know? Okay, but we can get the lagoon. Oh god, the leg. Holy hell. Why did that specifically leg the game out? Very weird.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are transportation complete. Source to the park.
Okay. Oh yeah, and we just dropped these guys in here and I wasn't paying any attention. 97% comfort? What happened? You lost cover. Okay, we don't need this much water.
Asset has been collected.
Oh yeah. Okay, actually nothing has landed yet. I guess because the compies were first, so yeah, we had to get all the compies out before anything else would come in. Can't breed increased comfort. Are you sure? I don't think you're correct on that compy. Okay, first Chasmo is actually good to go. Completely fine. Not even a problem.
Asset transportation complete.
Small nesting area claimed by Micro. Cool. Great. Micro's actually the first thing to breed. Very nice. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get this park started. We're going to get every animal out. And if we hit 5 stars in the process, then I'm going to adjust the ratings to something that I feel is appropriate for the scale of the park build. And what happens, happens. So canonically, because like star rating doesn't actually matter for us, except there's a victory condition. Okay, ailment on somebody that I can't see, which means it's in the hatchery and I'm getting scammed. Cool. Let's sedate the Carnos so that I can rebuild the fence, which has been completed. So, large JP, yes. And then we want to expand this one. Replacing off. How am I going to do this? I think we take it like right to the edge. And then we take it over here by you. And then we build around you. Then we come from here. Right like so. Okay, and then I probably actually do want another gallery in here in the back, maybe. Like right here. Yeah, which covers the corner of the petting zoo area, covers the corner of the aviary. That seems fine. Oh, and this can link to, like, this corner. Why is that morphing? What is that? This is so weird. I guess that's where it's supposed to be. Okay, that looks fine. That's fine. Oh, this is also weird. Don't look at it. Did I just, like, not have this be rock? Honestly. I mean, that's still pretty damn weird. Not gonna lie. Alright, leave it alone. Don't look at it. And then we put the gate in, I guess, down here on this end. Which we can also expand this part of the pen out. So let's do that. We still have room for a gate right here. Okay. Ranger stations. Do we need another one in the middle? Theoretically, these are all covered. I think we... I mean, I could put one here. I think we leave it alone. Do we need a maintenance post? Because I put in some new buildings. We do. So we actually need a maintenance post here. Park that isn't an aesthetic nightmare. Hey, the last park was an aesthetic nightmare as part of the aesthetic choice. That's different. But yeah, this is a very nice park. That's why I wanted to play on this. It's like, I was curious if anybody had a good San Diego map, and once I saw one, I knew what I wanted to do with it. What if Ludlow was right? Okay, these guys are sedated. We can replace this fence now. Okay, we just have to replace this last segment after all the rest of this is done. Okay, micro eggs too.
Well, do what you can to get it on the mend.
Oh, this is... yeah, fair. Ground leaf and pasture. Okay, then we need some pasture somewhere. Okay. Cosmos are good. Trikes are good. Now I got the Pachycephalosaurus coming in. Oh, not completely good, actually, because your needs are worse for some reason. Still probably have way more water than I need. Okay, this is a little cramped. I don't love it. We may consider moving somebody out of here if we think there's a better spot. But it's not bad for now. I think putting something over here maybe wouldn't be the worst. Because, we got pretty low rolls on both Myosaur and Parasaurolophus. So we don't have that many. So there's like plenty of environmental area here that could be redone. I could put the Triceratops in here and leave the Chasmo and Pachycephalosaurus behind, actually. That might not be too bad. Because this is cover fiber... wait a second. I meant... wait, did I mean the other one? What was I looking at? No, fiber, yeah. Triceratops is probably fine in here. Oh, and we got the galleys, 85%. What's wrong with you? You're missing ground leaf. We'll need a lot of Tempeschia when those Memenchis mature, so it makes sense to push it now. Yes. We should be having a nest for these guys. This is medium nest. They are communal nesters, if I'm not mistaken. Multiple nests. I can do a large for the eventual Memenchis and still have this away from other nests. Never mind. I cannot have them raise their children together. They don't like it. Okay, next thing to do is, what's your problem? Comfort 40%. Cohab issue. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, it's rabbit. It's rabbit. It's rabbit. It's rabbit. It's rabbit. He has the rabies. Yep.
Fine work. I respect someone who can get results.
Get the medical team in there. Okay, these are done, so let's get out Albertosaurus. Albertosaurus is going in. Long necks don't play with chickens. Yeah. Alberto's going in here. Actually, Alberto might be better than Velociraptor territory-wise. Maybe. We'll put Alberto in this pen. This is the original plan. It's fine. They can just have a lot of babies if this pen actually ends up being a lot bigger than than I might have intended. Okay, then we gotta get these guys moved.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome in Albertosaurus.
All right. Oh, I didn't even know we had baby Dryos. Well, baby Dryos. Adorable. We gotta deal with his rabies, though. Did the mother get rabies and then give birth? Raptors are very needy, yeah. We can always move them if we decide we picked the wrong pen. It's not that big of a deal. Especially with how chill this park is. Stop moving, my scientists. I beg of you. Okay. Drow babies look good. Micros are in 50 seconds. Okay, so the Drow's bred before the micros. I just didn't see it. Fair. Galleys have claimed a nest. Okay. Life is finding a way with multiple species. Myosaurus claimed a nest. Excellent. So, Maya, Dryo, Galley, and Micro have all bred. Huge. Alberto number 1 is in. We got Arid, Barren, and Wet. Arid, Barren, and Wetland. Not Arid, Arin, and Barid. So none of these overlap, right? Correct. So we'll do a little wetland around the thing. We'll do a little bit of boulder waste scattered in here. That it didn't click correctly. A little bit of boulder. And a little bit of arid. Actually do arid grassland, whatever. And then these are large nest. I'm going to put it in, but I may grow to regret this. Multiple nests. Really? They're communal nesters? Are you sure? That's very strange.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Can you move?
Microceratops to the park.
Also annoying with the sheer scale of large nests. We'll do it like that. If I do boulders around them, is that going to look weird? Kind of, because the bottom part stays smooth. That also might sort of block the feeder access. Let's do this. Sure, that's fine. Cannot breed increased comfort. Are you sure? Oh, you lost your wetland. Or never had it because you came in second. All right, the LBs are good to go. Hey, Ali, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. San Diego is popping off pretty well. Let's clear this hatchery out. So that's the first full set of Sorna deliveries cleared. We're waiting on those two. Oh, I never got these guys out. So I'm feeling like we'll have to pull one of the animals out of that small paddock. And Velociraptor we can get now. I heard the mysterious click again, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, the raptors are all coming in over here.
We are pleased to welcome a pack
Parasaur. Cool. Shit, I forgot about the fence. I didn't repair it. Okay, we gotta resedate it. Or didn't upgrade it. I was gonna do it like once they were airlifted, and then it would complete by the time they landed, but I completely messed it up. And then the rabies can be treated. And then for our scientist research, let's do some path. Stego, Herrera, and Iguanodon. Which, yeah, we're going to build a new pen over here. One paddock we'll build from scratch. That is probably the rabbit animal, yeah. Did our micro babies come yet? Okay. These galleys are not the color I was expecting, per se. They look a little green. Okay, let's look through the genetics here. A little bit of science. So, long-lived skittish, humble, fertile, skittish, humble, social, accommodating. Yeah, they're getting like a wide range of traits with the wide range of like adults, presumably. Let's look at their parents specifically. So their parents are 3 and 2. 3 is... Let's write this down. So 3 is quenched, resi, taller, comp. And 2 was the other one, and skittish, I guess. But then 2, small app, Brazil, accommodating. Skittish. And then the babies... No, that's 1. Whoops. Because these came out in a weird order. Okay. This is 2. Humble, tolerant, social, compatible. Skittish. And then the babies... You're back, Jeff. Welcome back. We're... got our first wave of animals that have been bred. We're looking right now at their genetics to see if they make any sense. Long-lived. So, long-lived is coming completely at random. Humble and fertile. So we had no fertile on these animals. Okay, so these are just, like, random. I thought seeing, like, accommodating or something that maybe it would correspond to the parents, but the parents don't even have accommodating? So are these completely random genes, or are they... Maybe they're set up for what we had, right? Because, like, if we look at the hatchery... We'll go there in a second. Also curious about the skins. Sonoran, Death Valley, Limpopo. So we got a weirdly broad range of skins despite the parents all being Death Valley. I've always wondered if it was skewed towards the parent skins because there's definitely variants. But like these guys are just all over the place. I mean, 2 Death Valley, 3 Death Valley maybe? Maybe not. 3 Death Valley out of 5 juveniles? So 3 out of 5 is like a bias towards the parent skins. The Velociraptors are literally just arriving. So I want to look at the Galleys real quick. What we did for the Gallimimus genome was this. So we did give the Galleys like a chance at comfort, right? We gave them a chance at lifespan. I wonder if this is the genome, right? Even though these traits did not express in the parents, maybe this still forms the basis for how the juveniles are modified, right? Like any of these could have shown up. But we do know that if we give full humble to something, it doesn't guarantee it passes on. So it's not as simple as like 100% humble is 100% on the baby. So still don't quite understand exactly how this works, but it's relevant information that some of the juveniles have traits that we assigned in the hatchery that the parents didn't have. That is information. Are these Carnos sedated? They are. Okay, let's get this fence taken care of. Please replace. Okay, those are the last 2 sections. Rabies. Medical's returning. You got it then, I take it?
Our scientists, and especially
Looks
our
like it.
PR team, will no doubt be delighted to have this dino in our collection.
Yeah, 89% is going up.
The Velociraptor is a real crowd pleaser. It's also among the cleverest of dinosaurs, so keep an eye on it.
All right,
Seriously, because
female
it is
Lost World
definitely keeping
Raptor.
an eye on us.
We need cover, we need pasture, we need water, we need prey. Relatively good to go. I don't know how you already don't have enough cover. Somehow none of this is cover? Maybe this is something else? I don't know. Well, whatever. They'll find their prey needs soon. These are presumably medium nest. I suppose we'll let the raptors breed. And then I did not put in a gate. Let's get a gate so the Jeep can find their way in there. And we have a gate on the Alberto pen. So that's good. Yeah, I'm certain. I think this pen will probably be fine for the Raptors, but we probably should have. This one is bigger, I think. This one is a little fatter. So it's probably actually pretty similar. But I think this might have worked better. And then, yeah, we got to see this. Small nest claimed by Compy. Hybrid raptor. Indeed. Are we really close? Okay, we'll definitely be 5 stars once all the animals are out already. So the amount of animals we have actually just already beats Jurassic. So if you're wondering what a real Jurassic difficulty sandbox looks like, this is it. if the difficulty settings weren't broken, this is what you would need to beat Jurassic, essentially. Yeah, I know you're referencing the line from Jurassic Park. That's what I was referring to, too. 2 eggs only from the copy. That feels kind of surprising. Oh, did the micros hatch? They did. The little micro. There it is.
Ladies and gentlemen,
999% need. That's pretty good. Okay, anybody else? Oh, we got Chronosaurus babies. I did not even catch the notification for this. Like, at all. 2 of them. And they do match the cosmetics of the parents. Completely coincidental, but there's definitely a bias. How much does a PS5 cost? I have no idea, dude. Never owned a PS5 or a 4 or a 3. I'm still on PS2. Obviously not right now. Fit, humble, strong, fertile, defensive. The parents were accommodating and defensive only. Yeah, so this baby did inherit a boatload of genetics that we gave the adults with a 25% chance. Okay. This is interesting. Because this means there's actually a reason to give a 25% chance to an animal. Because theoretically, right, you could do a... Okay, we could do a puppy mill in JWE3. If you do this situation where you have parents with 25% genome, you can put in like literally just like 2 animals, right? The cooldown for breeding is on the nest. So if you put in like 6 nests, right? You can use the same male and female pair to breed 6 times over. So you max out like accommodating and compatible for your 2 animals. You give them 25% on everything else. You put in like 6 nests. You do breeding programs for each of them, right? And then you get a whole bunch of juveniles. You pick out the ones that have like 6 positive genetic traits. And then you get rid of the rest. And that's how you make a puppy mill in JWE3. Should we do Puppy Mill Park? Oh my god. That would be, like, it's kind of... I mean, obviously I presented it in the most, like, negative light possible by calling it a puppy mill. But it's kind of interesting from a min-max perspective to, like, try for this crazy herd. The parents also have a cooldown on breeding? Do they? Is it just really short? Because I was spamming it pretty good over here at the start of the stream. Do we have a pair that is recently bred? We'll have to, next time we see a pop-up, we'll check on that if we can. Maybe I didn't notice the cooldown specifically because it was breeding programs. And like, by the time the breeding program completed, it had come back around or whatever. I don't know, something like that. All right, fighting. Like 10 minutes? Are you sure? Name one of the Raptors big one. Yeah, we could name one the big one. Question is, there's a second one coming in. I guess number 1 is you know, number 1. There it is, the big one. But it's a different big one. It's not the one from Nublar. Avian influenza, and you're in the hatchery. That's fair. Very fair. Pox. Wait, is influenza only an environmental need? I guess so. Fine. The females have the cooldowns for breeding. Okay, maybe I just happen to look at a male. Also, welcome to the stream, Egg Sandwich. Thank you for the information. Nest claimed by Dryad. Okay, let's look at this. Does the cooldown not kick in until they lay the eggs? Probably. That also is probably part of the problem. I probably checked before they actually laid the eggs. Ah. Can't breed recent eggs. 70 minutes? But 70 minutes of real time and we're go triple speed. Is that true? 70 minutes? Even on speed 3, that seems insane. Okay, all the raptors are in. They are beating each other up, but that's what raptors do. That's fine. Expected behavior. The male has taken control of the pride. Ah, you just came back from getting a PS5? Congratulations. Unless you spent all your money and now you're sad that you don't have money, in which case my condolences. Yeah, what about the father? The father probably doesn't have an issue. Can we find the father? Yes, see father. Okay, yeah, father has no downside. So we could still kind of puppy mill it with multiple females then. Life is about to find a way. Adorable baby parasaurs.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome the Parasaurolophus to the park.
Are they content? Oh yeah, we had Myosaurs too. Miss these little fellas. Very adorable Cabot Jr. They are all good to go. No, they are not. Yes, they are. What the hell? I guess it was still catching up from the release. Also, yeah, our juveniles we started with haven't even matured yet. Like, we've definitely, yeah, storms are on and they're turned up. We have, let's look at this. We have like whatever it's called. No, we have default. Sorry, we don't have frequent. We have default. Just kidding. But yes, storms are on. We have high disease. That's what it was. All right. Stego waiting for release there. This one's empty. Kill this. Whoa. It was very laggy. Okay, we need to get this other paddock built before I end this episode. So I'm going to pause and build our final, well, our first dinosaur paddock that we've actually added to the park, and our only one we're going to add. I'm going to start the new area by putting in a large hotel first. So we have to research this. We're also going to do main thoroughfare, so we need some more logistics here. 16, so we're not there yet. Now I could do staff upgrades, but we also have infinite money essentially because even on Jurassic, the economy is still fundamentally broken. Faster treatment. Welcome to the squad. I mean, this isn't the best example of like a fair park build, right? But I can tell. I could tell that even if we had started from proper scratch, we would still have millions of dollars to spare by the end. All right, let's get this built for real. We've actually had the first dinosaur grow up. Apparently the Triceratops has reached maturity and is in fact a JP3 skin. So I don't remember what this baby was labeled as. I think it was like Gambia and something else. Actually is secretly the JP3 skin. Now there's no way for you to tell that, unfortunately, until it matures. So if you bred Gambia with JP3, good luck ever knowing what the baby's going to grow up into. Yeah, now we're going to get the baby Stego. He finally gets friends 2 years before reaching adulthood. We kind of probably should have given this baby Stego friends way sooner. It's kind of been orphaned alone for like 6 years, which is really sad. Shit, movement of the nest. Where? That's Galley. Which nest is hatching? I want to see the baby. Life is about to find a way. Okay, we'll watch this nest. Oh, that's just more galleys breeding uncontrollably. Fair. Small nest claimed by Hypsilophodon. Cool. Oh, it might be Dryos. Yeah, it looks like the Dryos are doing their thing. Ooh, we got one crayon colored Dryo in the mix. Okay, That was way too big. That was actually awful. Oh, no. There. Okay, I've ruined everything. Also, I don't even have full info here, which is bad. I think we might have too many dryos, boys. Well, let's see. Let's get a ranger team in here to look at this. We need this info. I'm also going to manually make sure we get the Carnos done correctly and fix the feeder. Okay, I think the ranger post being like outside the pen, scattered between multiple ones, is not working very efficiently. My guess would be because a lot of the time the animals aren't in range. Get in there. Alright, this will be the Herrerasaur pen. So I'm going to go ahead and clear out all the nasty vegetation that our boys don't need. So we can rebuild it for them. Dinosaur eggs in medium nesting area 15, and it disappears before I can even click it, and we'll never know which one was medium area 15. Oh, it's Carno. Are you... What? No, this is large. Sorry. Medium 50. Oh, that's galleys. Yeah, galleys breeding uncontrollably. There. Why are you mad at me? We'll never know. Yeah, we could move the dryos, stack them in another enclosure for sure. I just need to see what's actually happening in here first. Right, and then we have the... Okay, so the trikes now are worse. I'm going to move the trikes out of here. Were these large nesting area? It just tells me the territory is too small for new arrivals, and that's all. Medium, medium. We're going to put the trikes in here. I think it'll work.
Big and stubborn, the iguanodon can be difficult to manage. Not that you shouldn't try, though. The rewards of having this incredible herbivore here outweigh any difficulty in caring for it.
So this side here is probably also too steep for territory. Judging by the way the territory perfectly follows the slope. Oh, what happened here? Oh, that's the viewing dome. Messed up the path. Did this one mess up path? I didn't notice that originally. No, that one was far enough away. Is there any chance I can fix this right now? Not looking good. Okay, we'll put it there. That's fine. A little further. Oh my god. I don't want to build the damn thing. I want to complete the connection. Why is this just bad? It works perfectly fine. We do it in the other direction. All right, well, whatever. Now let's fix this. So, flatten you. And then smooth the slope with the smooth bottom, right? Then it doesn't mess up the top. Perfection. That gets a little bit more... Oh, no! Let's undo that. I ruined up the waterfall. I don't want to ruin the nice waterfall they gave us here. I guess I didn't really ruin it that much. My guess would be the Anki. Well, the Anki probably does have a big territory still. Pachycephalosaurus matured. Checking the herd, 99%. Missing wetland. Did the thing where I click the thing and it doesn't actually click the thing. It's very aggravating. That happens far too much. The button inputs can be a little imprecise for some reason. Alright, some fruit scattered up around in here. Some wetland and some pasture. They have pasture. We'll scatter the wetland actually without the trees, following the waterway, because that always looks more appropriate to me. All right, like that. I need to make sure the tooltip is actually properly highlighted on the new thing. They bring too much freedom to the raptors, yeah. Oh, maybe maybe because the dome is not currently researched. I think that I've seen it be kind of buggy and janky trying to connect an existing dome to an existing station when you pick the dome first. I think that is an issue I have encountered under other circumstances. Leaf and pasture. Okay, well, let's look at everybody from the top. 95, 83. Problem with the dryos. If we move them, how do we keep them collectively all happy? I don't know if we do. They're not terminally bad right now. Let's maybe leave it for a second. Because we got some other things to deal with here. Okay. Stego's down. We need some extra fiber. Yeah, that doesn't look... You know what? We've complained previously quite a bit about the terrain blending. I think it's kind of dependent on the maps a little bit and which brushes you're using. It's not that the terrain blending in JWE3 is universally bad. It's that it's situationally bad, where certain things don't blend together well. Because this exhibit I'm pretty happy with, and this is just dabbing brushes randomly all over. And it doesn't look bad. He's like, finally, I have friends! He's immediately going to bond with this iguanodon and ignore his fellow stegos. Alright, Triceratopses were sedated. Let's get them moved. 1, 2, 3. And then the Chasmos are mad at me. Because I did mess this pen up immensely, trying to improve it with the Pachycephalosaurs. So you have cover. So we can do a big bald patch of pasture there, I guess. Because I think... Yeah, the trikes were where most of the cover was coming from. Alright, Herrera's. Playing on Hawaii right now. Don't understand why the travel set doesn't just have a palm tree option. Yeah, I think there should be more brush options, like, readily available. Like, the cypress brush was cool, but, like, why wasn't the cypress brush already in the game? Right, this one should be done now, right? Took longer to actually, like, build the park up for the animals to come out properly. 2 years on junior maturing. I'm sorry, nobody status checked my Anki yet? What is going on here? These status checks are, like, not really functioning well. More galleys everywhere. What's your problem? You need a lot of ground leaf because you're why? You're a grumpy piece of shit? Is that what you are? Okay, you have way more pasture than you need anyway. There you go. Okay, this seems good to me. Medium nest. Is this working for nobody? Are you both like the small nest? What is the deal? No available nest, can't breed. Am I blind? I might actually be blind. Why does it not tell me what I need? Wait, this is claimed. Okay. It's just not... What is happening? Oh, is it, this is a legal nest, but they currently can't breed because it's claimed. That is a really bad way for the UI to work. That if you happen to look at an animal when the nest is specifically claimed, it'll say they can't breed because the nest is claimed, not because they don't have the right nest. That's a little awkward. Trike check. You need more ground fiber. I'm hoping with the territory expands out, this will be better. It may not be. Yeah, that's all three. All right. I guess we got to make sure they got some more fiber in here. Honestly, the water is like really big. I can probably just remove some of this. And then we can put the fiber next to the water. And then we're not messing anybody else's territory up, really. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Medium nest. These guys should have been medium, right? Nest minus 75%, so yes. Okay. Oh, this one is extra pissed. Fair. My bad, I guess. Oh my god, can you chill the fuck out? How much plant do you need, dude? I've given you the whole thing. Okay, everybody good? Everybody chill? Everybody cool? Everybody cool? Everybody cool? Everybody's cool, I think. Yes. Okay. So the species count will never go up from this part. Yes, correct. This is every animal we will ever have. And so when we redo these numbers to be whatever the end goal is, it's just going to be the income and the appeal and the guest stuff that really changes. I'm going to look at some inspiration from some of the other file settings to think about what those numbers should be. But we do that during the week at some point, and don't worry about it now. Okay, do we have your info finally? You somehow lost ground fruit. That's understandable because I did do a lot of shit here. Okay, I give you like way too much ground fruit, and I probably didn't need to do that. Honestly, we probably have more than enough Tempeschia. I can just do some regular ground leaf in here from the boys. I'm just going to keep running it along the perimeter. It kind of makes sense, because the galleys are the ones that are most likely to like run over there. And the wetland on the slope makes no sense either. So we'll do that. Then we'll do cover wetland, and we'll do it around here. Okay. Memenchi's Lost Pasture. True. I did do that, I guess. Non-native brushland. How about by the nests? For lack of a consistent spot for that. Okay. Good. Everything's chill. Herrerasaurus, you want cover. You want prey, and I guess I didn't put it in the prey feeder. Actually, they want a copy of Prey on DVD. They're big fans of the Predator franchise. All right, one of those. Cover, we can do non-native or Joshua Tree. Let's do Joshua Tree. And then they need pasture. Just thinking about what I want to do. Let's do like this. Kind of around the outside a little bit. And then for the pasture, we do the cacti. Mix the cacti in there for a nice Fallout New Vegas vibe. And that's a simple little Herrera exhibit. And you know what? Red Herreras in the cactus. This looks great. The rain ruins the vibe a little bit. I'm not going to lie, but, you know. And these are medium nest. Let's make sure we give my favorite children a nest proper. All right. Yeah, we don't really care about the last one. They'll be fine. They'll be good. We need a status check on this juvenile stego, but I think we can be pretty confident that this is good. Actually, I probably just also need to put in general, a ranger post. We'll just slap this one actually inside. Nope, Ranger Team 3 is actually not allowed to be used because it shouldn't be here. We should do Tier 1 operations upgrades. Better late than never, I guess. Okay, and then one more quick peek at maintenance. Yes. Oh, I guess I never had that building covered by maintenance. Huh. Really? It's not covered by that post there? That's disgusting. So the only way I can cover this is to like put a maintenance inside this thing. I hate that. I guess I can put one here on the outside. And then they have to like drive all the way around. That's kind of shit. I guess I'm just going to put it in the pen. Whatever. Whatever. It's fine. Okay. So the raptors are good. You were just dominance fighting. You're good. These guys were still to be sorted. So this is the last pen we have to sort out here at the end. So this is a really long episode. I think we should probably... I don't know what I would do. I think we can get this sorted. I think we can sort this pen out. Because they're not going to breed anymore. They're at their limit. We probably don't need all this water. Okay. That instantly sorted out the Hypsilophodon. You might be the worst one we have or something. Oh, I did take away too much water. Fair. This is the smallest brush. It does not get any smaller than that. And now everything's obstructed and I can't get water back in here. Oh my god. Fuck off, dude. The brush needs to be... Oh my god. The brush needs to be smaller. 100%. I guess I could Control Z the last click. That would have been better. Yeah. Okay, anyway. I think we should probably end the episode here. I think we're good. So yeah, we'll sort out the needs next time and we'll do one final episode for this park build.